In this video, we're going to create a service system USB stick for the SINUMERIK One using Access MyMachine. On the firmware disk, there'll be an eBoot folder, and in that folder, you have the service.img file. That is an image file of the service system. That's what gets loaded to the USB. You have the install disk folder. This has the files necessary if you were going to create the service system using command prompt. And there's the SD card folder. In there, there's an image file of a blank SD card. And that can be used to clear out the SD card that's currently in a system. And we'll copy this file to the service system after creating it. So we'll use Access MyMachine. And in Access MyMachine, under Tools, under Card Image, under Write Image on Card, it allows us to write an image file to a USB stick. And in this case, the image file is the service.img. And the memory medium, although it says CF card, in this case, it's going to be a USB stick. I'm going to select the D drive, which is my USB stick, and then select OK. The process will format the card. So if there's anything important on the USB stick, you'll need to pull that off and save it somewhere else because it's going to get formatted. I'll say yes and let the process run. When it's completed, it's going to say the image has been successfully written to the CF card. You want to write a new image? Say no. The next thing you'll need to do is remove the USB stick from the computer, plug it into the front of the NC. You'll set the dial switch to an F and reboot the NC. After a few minutes, you'll see this screen. This will finish the process of creating the boot stick, and at this point, the boot stick is ready to be used. So turn off the NC and remove the USB and plug it back into the computer. When you plug it into the computer, you're going to see most likely two drives. In my case here, we can see there's a D drive and an E drive. The E drive partition is something Windows can't read, and that's normal. We're not going to work with that. But on the D drive, you should see in your boot stick a single file that says eBoot version. If you open that up, it will tell you the version of the boot stick that you have. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to copy the SD card.img file that was in the eBoot software, and it would be a good practice to put it on your boot stick. The reason for this is there may be an instance in the future where on the NC you need to clear the SD card image by writing a blank image file, and that's the file that you'll need to do it. But at this point, you can put your TGZ files to load firmware onto the boot stick. Anytime you want to boot from the boot stick, put it into the front of the NC, set the dial switch to an F, reboot, and it's ready to go.